Andy, how are you?
How are you? You alright?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
Good.
So, just a quick question. How is the season going so far?
Yeah, we're very pleased with the way the 18s have started the season so far. It's about development. What we've done at the start of this season is we've changed shape a little bit, and we've seen it as a challenge. Obviously, the first years integrating in with the second years and getting to grips with the new formation has been pleasing to see, both in training and in the early part of the season, the early games. As of late, we've not been able to keep the ball as well as we'd liked, but that's something, as I say, that we're working daily in training with to get better at.
Okay, brilliant. And what are the expectations for the team this season then?
I think they're daily. What we try and do here, as I mentioned before, it is about development. It's about bringing individual players through to be able to go into our 23s team, to be able to step up into first team within time. So it's about refining people's strengths, players' strengths, and obviously polishing up on areas where they need to improve on. And they're an honest bunch of lads, all of them, from first years through to second years. They know the areas that they need to improve in. They also know the areas where they're fairly comfortable in. So that's pleasing. They're a humble group, which makes coaching and working with them enjoyable. But yeah, so going back to your question, expectations. Yeah, they do need to improve on a daily basis, so we need to maintain a culture that's going to enhance that and daily make sure that they're on it, basically.
Okay, brilliant. So what's the feeling for Saturday then? How was the feeling sort of around camp?
Very positive. As I mentioned before, the last couple of games, we've got challenges. We know where we need to improve, both as individuals and as a team. But the feeling in the team so far is very positive. Training this morning is very intense. They want to do well as individuals, as you'd expect. They want to win a game of football. However, they do understand that there's a way of doing that here at Coventry, that we like our teams to get the ball down, play, pass the ball, and that's something and work hard, and that's something that we're going to look to replicate on Saturday.
So are we confident in getting a result against Cardiff?
Very confident. I don't see any reason why we can't go into any game with confidence. Certainly the players we've got some talented young players at this academy, and that's credit to the younger age groups too, and the coaches working with all of our age groups here, because when they come into full-time football from the under-16s programme, they're already at a good level. So yeah, we're very, very confident, as I'm sure the lads are too, to go out and put into practice what we've worked hard on the training ground.
So you said about the team being ready for the game.
Yep.
Any game. So what is a good week's preparation for a game on Saturday for the kids?
Throughout the week, we have a syllabus to work towards. Obviously, we work towards Saturday, any player does, but at the same time we have to keep an eye on, as I've mentioned before, individual development of our players. So Monday, Tuesday tend to be more block work, which what I mean by that is we have a syllabus to work towards. We work with the players on refining their skills, as mentioned, in those areas. And then Thursday and Friday is more looking towards a game on a Saturday in terms of phases of play, functions, how we're going to set up, how we're going to look to attack the opponents, how we're going to look to defend from the front, and basically putting our players in those positions that they're going to come up against on Saturday. We have a look at the opponents that we're going to be coming up against. We see what threats they pose. We see areas that we could possibly look to exploit against those, and we prep our players in every way possible. We sit down with them. We have classroom sessions, the analysis. We get them having a look and deciding for themselves the areas, looking at opposition's clips, the areas that they think they can exploit, and we get them having an input too. Because I think that's massive. Player ownership on understanding, recognising, understanding and putting a plan in place together with the staff to sort of nullify threats of the opponents, but also counteract that on turning that into a positive for us.
Okay, brilliant. So when you say that you sort of listen to the players and let them get involved, to what extent is that in relation to preparing for a game?
So we'll get in on the classroom. We do post-match analysis as well. So post-game we'll get the clips of our game. Coaches will talk to analysis staff on what they want clipping specifically. We'll obviously sit down, go through through that with players and areas we can get better at. We put that into the Monday, sort of Tuesday part of the week, and then obviously while we're gathering information on the opponents for Saturday, we sit down later on in the week, as we have done today with the boys, on the pre-match, how we're going to tackle the next opponents. And as I mentioned, we get in there on the analysis, we have a look, we show the boys, we ask them what they think, they come back up on a flip chart or just point out areas where they think we could be getting at, and it just reinforces the learning throughout the week. And what that does is they're able to connect that then with the practical of what they've been doing on the grass to actually seeing it in action, saying, right, okay, I can see where that's going to fit in.
Okay, well, brilliant. I wish you the best of luck for the game on Saturday, and let's hope we get a result.
Thanks very much.
No
Cheers.
worries.